Hey, so welcome back. Crypto Leverage Trading Group, below 8:30, Monday morning setup, part two. Part two here of, and I'll link the part one if you missed it in the video at top right. And you can click on that and catch up with where we're at. We're talking about the correlation method, okay? And how the hard forks that are hard forks, how they're very similar to the analogy would be a stock split. When a stock splits something off from itself, maybe a subsidiary, a company they bought, or a company they want to spin off because a company is better than the overall parent company, whatever the matter is, you basically have two trading things, right? And the parent company always owns interest in the spin-off company. It almost always happens, right? And we've seen that. If you've been in the stock market, you know what I'm talking about. Well, with crypto, we have these things called forks, right? And they're basically maybe developer disagreements. What I'm not going to get into that and justify what. I mean, people want to beat their chest about what's better, what's worse, what came first, Ethereum Classic, whatever. That's noise to me. In the end, you're trading, it doesn't matter, okay? What matters is use case. What matters is network activity. And what matters is trading technicals and the IO map and all that when you're trading, especially on leverage. All that other stuff is commentary, okay? And it is irrelevant. Okay, I'm sure they have whatever case they have is great. But at the end of the day, we're just trading. Okay, and so all that stuff is like, there's no reason to dive into some argument over which fork is better or which developer class is right or wrong or whatever. They're all a form of Bitcoin, whether you like it or not. They've come from the Bitcoin blockchain, right? That's how you have to look at it. The technicalities of it all are kind of irrelevant to me. And so you have Bitcoin Cash, obviously the larger, in terms of acceptance, from people. You've got Bitcoin Gold, Bitcoin Silver, and then you've got some other stuff. But those are the primary forks of Bitcoin, okay, that you can trade. Now, Bitcoin Silver is on other exchanges. I think they're on Kraken and Bitfinex. The other ones tend to be on a more wider number of exchanges, which is something important that you need to pay attention to if you're a trader. Okay, but Bitcoin Cash is pretty much on more exchanges than the other ones. Okay, and you want to look at the correlation. What do we mean by correlation? What we mean by correlation is what's its price behavior relative to Bitcoin when Bitcoin makes a move up or down. When there are issues with Bitcoin, how do the hard forks react? When there's optimism in Bitcoin, how do they react? Now, why is this important? This is important because if you're a leverage trader, leverage is just that. Leverage, okay? You want to leverage as much capital in a trade as you can. Now, that means your capital is tied to the number of tokens that you have accumulated in your trade entry, right? You put $1,000 in Bitcoin. What are you going to get? Point what? 0.0010 whatever, right? Put $1,000 into Bitcoin Cash. What are you going to get? 4 tokens. Put $1,000 into Bitcoin Gold. What are you going to get? Well, Bitcoin Gold's trading at $28. So there you go, right? Bitcoin Silver, $89. There you go. Bitcoin Cash, $280. Right? That's how you have to think about it. So the capital that you're putting in relative to the price movement. So I look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's trading at 37,000. Bitcoin needs to get back above 37,500 for me, okay? But you're at 37,000. You believe Bitcoin is going to retest 38,000 today, tomorrow, Wednesday, whatever. Okay? So it's 1,000 points from where it is today. It's also its critical resistance level. Now, if I believe that, then I look at Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash today is trading at $280 and with RSI of 38. Bitcoin has a RSI of 46. Okay, so Bitcoin Cash is still a little undervalued here, really, relative strength-wise to Bitcoin. So it has more of a move it can make if Bitcoin decides to break through 38. Bitcoin Cash is going to go to 300. So there's your important distinction of how you look at Bitcoin to use it to trade a fork like Bitcoin Cash.